Hi Libra, how are you? Welcome to your January 2019 reading. Oh, fourth house activity, beautiful. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, all the air signs getting dunked under a little bit with these eclipses, right? Fourth house, eighth house, 12th house activity. It's gonna drudge up the stuff that hasn't been dealt with, but it is going to enable healing for those things too. So it's not really that bad. Hopefully for a lot of you, you've already worked through most of that stuff, so it's not really that big of a problem, but you still may feel the intensity of the buildup. Oh, Libra, I'm so excited for you. I don't know. If you're anything like me, right, Libra ascendant, I think that all of the positive intentions that you've been sending out are really going to start paying off. And being in a cardinal season, as a cardinal sign, being in a cardinal season, I feel like this power coming back because, right now with the Mars in Pisces, it's been so strange. That happens in your house of work, and you kind of have Neptune and Chiron in the house of work right now. And it's just like, where's my energy? And I know that you're feeling that too, because I know I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh my God, where is my energy? Where is this like infinite energetic source that all these spiritual people keep talking about? Because I still get dunked under, but in the meantime, you're still doing all the positive spiritual work. And this is a card that signifies the payoff of those things. You're still maybe in a holding period. And I believe the eclipses in the fourth house are really going to act as like an initiation of the true cleansing, especially because we've got the 10th house axis at play, right? The 4th and 10th with Cancer on your midheaven there. And it's like, well, the 10th house is all about your place in the world, your place in society, your public life, how people see you. It has a lot to do with your prominence, and people wanting to be a part of what you've got going on. It's like your tribe. And I feel like it's really an amazing time. It's a time for you to really remember, right? To be conscious, because it's going to be an interesting turning point. And people are going to really see Libra coming out of the woodwork. And I said this about Gemini too. Libra's really going to be coming out of the woodwork. And people are going to be like, wow, where did this Libra come from? Like they kind of just crept up and now they're surpassing me and they're growing so fast and they're moving forward so quickly. And, like, wow, what have they done? What have they changed? Well, I know what you've changed. You've changed your heart. You've changed your thoughts. And now you're going to start manifesting all those really amazing things that you've been wanting, including money, including popularity or prominence in your career or career advancement. Including a comfortable home life, right? Why not ask for both? Why not ask for both? Drama, I know. It's eclipse season. What can you expect? You can't really expect anything less. People are going to be heated. They're going to be feeling pretty, like when people have those emotions surface, they don't really know how to deal with it, so they take it out on people. And you may find yourself caught in the midst a little bit simply because it's hard not to, because you do still have to interact with your coworkers. You do still have to interact with your significant others and your friends. Like you can't completely go hermit all the time, and you were kind of up and down the mountain all year anyway. So like, it's really time for you, Libra, to like get out there, to be seen, to make that advancement in your life, to start earning all the things that I know that you deserve. This is unavoidable. There's nothing to be afraid of here. The concept of transcendence and elevation above this energy is really the way to play this. Let the children play. Let the children do their stupid politics and their bureaucratic nonsense. And you just put your head down and go to work. Please, please, please do not engage in gossip. Do not engage in talking badly about people behind each other's backs. Like that is an activity that is absolutely going to hinder these ships from coming in. We don't need that kind of energy running through our minds, especially when we're trying to grow. Okay, so recognize this for what it is and elevate. Power of the mind. Even if someone insults you, even if someone says something badly about you, even if there's, some problem, you're going to need to be the bigger person. You're going to need to be the bigger person. I mean, you're the mediators anyway, right? I mean, is that how you guys are too? Like as a Libra ascendant, I'm always like the peacemaker of the family, like between my mom and my sister, and between my brother and my mom, and between my brother and my sister, and between my mom and my dad. Like always, like just chill out. It's okay, everybody. Just relax. Everyone just needs to just, and it's always me, always. Libra, what are you doing for yourself? It's so amazing. Just keep going. I think you've tapped into something, like you've found the secret, I think. You found the secret of manifesting. Sorry, my hair's acting weird. There we go. You found the secret of manifesting. You found the secret of your true capability. You've really come into your role as a professional, whatever it is you do. And again, an unstoppable quality here. So full. Are you feeling full and grateful? You have tapped into the abundance frequency. And for those of you who are single, there's actually joy in being single here. Like you've sort of transcended any feelings of loneliness or whatever here. For those of you who are in relationships, this is really you stepping into this like, yes, I'm in a partnership, and yes, I love my partner, but I'm also my own person too. And this is also my own journey, and I need to go and accomplish my own stuff, independent from my person. One thing that Libra, it does bother me sometimes when Libra is always kind of stereotyped as being this, one of the more clingy signs of the zodiac, simply because in my experience with my other Libra friends, I have never really encountered that with them. They've always been very independent, and they can be single for long periods of time because they just want to make sure that when they get into a partnership that it's going to be for real. Like they're not just going to go get in the next relationship that comes along. Like that's a little bit more Piscean, right? But it's like, no, like I'm going to wait for the right thing. I'm going to wait for the right energy, the right love. And even when you're in a relationship, there's still that like, you are you and I am me. Like, yeah, we're together and we can build together, but we need to keep that separation still. Wow, Libra. Amazing. What have you got going on? I know family is on the docket. Okay, I know. Holidays. Yes. Your career path is lit. I think you've just got a straight shot. What are you doing? What are you doing differently? What are you incorporating differently? What's interesting is I'm not seeing like a lot of effort here. Even though the five of, like, this is kind of, something just came to my mind. I'm getting a lot of career stuff here. So this is what I think you have done in the past in terms of growth, in terms of, feeling like you have to work really, really hard, and you have to kind of work the hard way in order to earn, and you got to hustle, and you got to go win, and you got to, all those kind of buzzword stuff, right? But I think you've tapped into something where you're like, man, a lot of that stuff is wrong. Not saying you don't have to work, but it doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be all about the hustle. It doesn't have to be all about the drive and the ambition and the go and closing deals all the time and working 24 hours. Like, I don't know, like there's a much more relaxed vibe with the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. If I got the 9 of Coins, which we still may get that, but if I really got that card, I'd be like, yeah, you're working really hard. You're maybe pulling some all-nighters or whatever. But right now, like, you figured out the secret sauce, I think, or you're in the process of figuring out the secret sauce. You're tapping into the talent, like, right, your true value. And when you start selling your value rather than your time, you start really becoming more comfortable and becoming even more abundant. You're on a path toward abundance beyond your imagination at this time. I don't think you really know what's on those ships back there. I don't think you really know. I think you're going to be surprised. Clearly there's gold. And I think you've discovered the gold in here. I've said this in a couple signs too, right? You've tapped into your gold mine inside, the gold mine inside your mind, your ideas, your creativity. And you've also realized that you're standing in a field of diamonds, meaning exactly where you are now is full of diamonds. If you're a business person, if you're an entrepreneur, this is great for you. If you're not, but you have career ambitions, great. You can be an entrepreneur and still work for someone else too. You don't have to be a business owner. They're two totally different things. Entrepreneurs can be housewives. Entrepreneurs can be children. Entrepreneurs can be, working in a lab. It's just a mindset of creative problem solving. Whoa. Open up your arms, open up your chest and say, universe, I'm ready. Universe, I am totally ready. Whatever you need from me, let me be that thing. Let me be that channel. Let me be that, that conduit through which you do your work. I will do the work. I will be present. I will be available. And whatever you'll have me do. One of the most powerful words you could ever utter, the most powerful thoughts you could ever think. Universe, I'm available to you. What would you have me do? What do you need from me? Instead of even, limiting yourself, because a lot of times I think our thoughts are very limited. And I think you've come in contact with that being like, wow, I wasn't asking for enough. I was being a little too realistic. Why would I ask for an 8 of coins when I could get the 10 of coins? Like you're shooting for the absolute best of the best of the best. And great. You deserve it. Fool is a readiness. It's a readiness for the new path, but also faith that the sun, consciousness, life itself, the sentient essence of life, knowing that it's very much aware of you, knowing that it's very aware of what you're asking and very aware of what you're doing and what you're thinking. And if you ask, ye shall receive, right? What's that thing from the Bible, that Sermon on the Mount? There we go. Ask and it shall be given unto you. Knock and it shall be opened. Seek and ye shall find. I don't know exactly what it is, something like that. Okay, interesting. Chariot reversed in the Tower. So the Chariot reversed, I think, has a lot to do with the 5 of Wands. See, sometimes we get, what am I doing here? Okay, sometimes, if I can do this normally, like a normal person, there we go. Sometimes we get so caught up in the internal stuff. And when we get so caught up in the internal stuff and how other people trigger us and how they trigger our ego, like, for example, I feel like I've made so much progress in my spiritual journey. And now it's Christmas time. My mom is here visiting. And I feel like that kind of just shot that theory to shit. Like, I did not make as much progress as I thought, right? Because there's that triggering all the time of like feeling defensive and feeling like your mom is judging you. And like you guys, I've talked about my relationship with my parents a lot on my other channel. And I've talked a lot about, the fact that I'm really trying hard because I know that they're not going to be around forever, right? So I am trying really, really hard to work on those relationships. But sometimes you also feel like you're the only one working on those relationships. And you feel like you're the only one that cares to make it better. And because your growth is not necessarily mean that they've also been growing, it makes it even that much harder because you're like, I can't even talk to this person because they're not really going to understand what I'm saying. And they're not going to really understand where I'm coming from. And that makes that relationship even that much harder. And so when you are triggered, and I've even found this in myself, like getting so completely out of my seat of awareness and just so in my ego the past few days, which has actually made doing these readings really challenging. And I've had to make sure I've like had an hour of quiet time before I've been doing these because I'm like, I need to, block that stuff off first. But when you do that, your higher self, the Chariot, right, it loses control. and the Sphinx start taking over and they start going in opposite directions, you know, and the Sphinx, whoops, over here, your heart and your head, your masculine, your feminine, whatever kind of duality is going on here, they tend to start diverging and going opposite, right? And your higher self is like, I'm really, really trying to take hold, but your ego is kind of battling me here. And that's what happens when you allow your seat of your awareness to fall out of its seat and, you know, lower itself. You start losing control. And it's a tricky game. It's a tricky thing. You can always put yourself back up there. It's no problem. You can always get yourself back up there. But like, you'll know, like when you feel that agitation and stuff, that's really where that's coming from. I don't know, I couldn't be more excited about this. Every time the Tower comes out, the more and more positive I see it. And I know it looks like all dark and dangerous. And like in the beginning, when I first started reading tarot, I used to always think like, oh, it's so dramatic. And yeah, the eclipses in the 4th house in Capricorn can be dramatic. But oh dear God, the blessings that come from this are just unreal. This is you really breaking through the stuff that you're needing to break through and rebuilding. There may be major financial shifts that happen. There may be some major events that occur that turn you 90 degrees in a different direction. Like, oh, you're not going up to Seattle anymore. You're on your way to New York now, right? Like, it's like a whole different side of where you ever thought you were going to be. And look at what that really gives you. It's not that bad. I think the minute you start really opening up, that Tower is going to come in like, oh, okay, well, if you're really, really willing to do what I need you to do, well, then we got to change the course a little bit. Boom, Tower. It's going to happen really fast. It is going to happen really fast. So you're going to hit the Tower, and then you're going to hit the 9 and 10 of coins. King of Cups. Seven of Cups. I'm going to pull the last 3. And then I am going to actually put the camera down a little bit sooner for you guys. Okay, let's try this. I made some changes here. I was having issues with my camera, so let's see. Okay. That's good enough. Let me turn this over to Sir. There we go. So here you can kind of see. So we're getting some scorpionic qualities here. Is this you? I don't know. I feel like it's someone else. I don't know why I don't feel like it's you. It's like it's you in a certain way in terms of your emotional support, like, or your emotional stability. Having emotional stability during a time which is somewhat tumultuous, and during a time when you could very easily get dunked under, but also using that dunking, right? You know, that kind of feeling when you hit the bottom of the swimming pool and then you can kind of like push off really fast, you know, or if you're swimming laps, you push off the wall. I feel like there's this pushing off with the Fool card coming out. You've hit the wall and now you're using it as leverage. On the other hand, I do think you're also dealing with someone, not a bad person. They're not negatively manifested, which is great. This is a card of Scorpio. This is a card that suggests someone who is, again, very independent. This is someone who is very, very much in their own world. This is someone that might be causing the confusion and be someone that might be causing this 5 of Wands type stuff. clearly there's a connection with this person, and clearly there is a feeling or an emotion toward them. Perhaps some of you, your success is done in spite of them, right? Or because of them, because maybe some of you are even trying to prove them wrong. Success is this Swedish revenge kind of thing, very possible. They've got their demons, you know, and I'm wondering if this person is someone that you've really, really learned a lot from. I do see you running away. We'll talk about this in the comprehensive. I did jump the gun a little bit, but I wanted to figure out who that really was. I do see you running away though. I don't know that you're really going to be getting super involved with this King of Cups at this time. It's probably better not to, simply because I just happened to see the bottom of the deck, right? The Black of the Swords with the Black of the Devil. I do feel like there's, something going on there beneath the surface with them that you don't really want to mess with. Trust your gut, trust your instinct there. Page of Pentacles. You might hear from this person, or maybe actually I'm wondering if you're going to be reaching out to them. You may feel like it's time to connect. You may feel like it's time to just dip your toe in the pool to see what's going on. Be careful that you're not, playing little games. I don't know that playing little games is anyone's best interest right now, because you may be thinking that it's a little bit of a game, but the emotions are so strong that it's just kind of, it just can't be little. That's all. It can't be a little meaningless game. Focus your attention, focus your efforts more on making your life easier, right? It's not about working harder. It's not about chaos. It's not about the hustle or whatever it is. It's more about simplicity, which again is something that I think you've really tapped into. And I don't think that's what this person brings. I think this person brings emotional confusion. So same as your work life and your material life, it's time to simplify your emotional life as well. Find your own internal balance, which I love this for Libra. It's interesting, kind of a contradiction to the Chariot reversed coming out here. Here is the unruly nature of the duality, and here is where the duality comes together. There is also communication, there is also peace, there's agreements, quality negotiation, and for some of you, there is quality love. Now, can some of you perhaps expect a new romance? Yes, I believe that's possible with the Page of Coins. Someone sees you, someone's looking at you, and clearly you haven't been just manifesting material reward, even though that's what a lot of the results you're going to be seeing over the next several months. But I know that you've been manifesting emotional reward as well. And Two of Cups suggests that that is a possibility. That is a possibility because you are in a fulfilled state. One cannot attain a 9 or a 10 of coins unless they have a 9 and 10 of coins, heart and mind. Those two things absolutely must be working together before this can happen. So this is symptomatic of a really solid and really amazing person, which means that love can easily be manifested as well. So let's go ahead and pull cards for the rest of these. So we did the King of Cups. We've got a lot to talk about with that one. But we'll look at the Tower here. What changes for the Tower? Wow, changes for the better. Let's say that. What did I say? I get excited about the Tower now. I'm like, ooh, yay. Awesome. Excellent. That's great. Excellent. Okay. Beautiful. So we'll talk about the 10 of Cups. See, what did I say? You can't have this unless you have the 10 of Cups. You just can't. It's not possible. Let's look at the 5 of Wands here. The transcendence of the Magician, the transmutation, and the ability to understand. It might be an annoying situation. I'm not going to say that it's going to go away easily. It is something that does need to be dealt with. You cannot ignore it. Look, 9 and 10, 9 and 10. What did I say? I'm so smart sometimes. I'm so smart. I can read tarot without the cards. Let's see. I may actually be incorporating that actually a little bit into my channel in 2019. Beautiful. Chariot reverse, not that big a deal. Whoa, hold on. Okay, we get a moon. All right, that's no problem. We can handle that. We can manage a moon. It's fine. We got, did I show you guys? Sorry, we got the moon, 3 of coins reversed, Queen of Wands, which is you. This is your Libra opposite coming out. Or excuse me, your Aries opposite, and Judgment. It's all about the illumination of information. Let's look at this one here. What is it about this King of Cups that makes you feel not good enough? This person is an important motivator for you, though. It's because of this person that you have worked so hard and that you have genuinely discovered your value. Not a bad person, you know, but you might not have gotten everything you wanted from them. And they're clearly somewhat, I don't even know, sorry, I wasn't clarifying anything specific. Let's move it over to the 10 of Wands. Star. Card of Liberation and Revolution. There's the 10 of Swords. There you go. Makes sense. That's the catharsis of a 4th house eclipse. Let's look at the 2 of Cups now. Certainly that's the point of interest here, right? There does seem to be a past connection. And there does seem to be some level of victory. Personal victory and together victory. Card of Libra. Let's do one more. That's a big one. Hold on. Okay. Because of your internal balance, you may be turning away something that you always thought you wanted. This is absolutely a month where you adhere to new standards, 100%. It is about the maintenance of standards. And this has been a theme in a few of the signs. It's like drawing the line with the universe, what you will and will not put up with and allow. So more to go into. Okay, you guys, I love you. I'll see you next month before the eclipses. Thank you so much for everything. You guys are amazing. You mean the world to me. And I'll see you in the comprehensive link will be down below. Stay bright, you guys. Bye.